Hello, Neil O'Neill for Pursue Physical Therapy. I wanted to introduce you to the rotational aspect of getting the hip to move. So we're going to check external rotation, or we are going to improve external rotation. Now, the issue here is I want to position myself near the end of range of motion so that I can improve it by doing an active stretch. So what I want to be able to do is I have to be able to lift my hip up, and you can see in this position I can't really lift my hip up if I'm doing this more upright, as is a traditional like semi-pigeon pose. This isn't really pigeon pose, but it's close. So I might have to lean over so that you could see I could barely get my hip off the table. Perfect, I can only get it up about that much. I'm going to stabilize myself here, even if it's a funky angle. I want to stabilize myself, I want to lock in all my muscles, okay? I'm going to start by pushing down. Now then this is rotation. The rotation is occurring here, right? This femur is twisting this way. That's my internal external rotation. So I'm going to push into internal rotation, and then I'm going to try to maximize or force my external rotation. Okay, so again, I have to lean over so that I have some external rotation. So I'm going to push down. I'm going to slowly ramp myself up to about 40 to 60%. Okay, there's about 45, 50. Okay, so I'm going to hold that for about 15 seconds. And then I'm going to reverse my position. Now again, remember, you don't want to move your body. It's not about moving the rest of the body. It's about trying to maximize the rotation at the hip. So we're going to force that. Okay, here we go with our 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. And I'm lifting, lifting, lifting. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let it go. Of course, cramping. Try to fight through the cramping. There will be cramping involved. That's part of the neurology. The nerves kind of gaining control of the muscles in those positions and the strain. Now you see I've taken up the extra range of motion. And I've kind of lost some of my, maybe a little too much. Okay, back to a position I can lift with. Yeah, you can see I can barely lift my foot. This is about a perfect position. I'm going to start all over. I'm going to push down, hold that, 40 to ramp myself up to 40 to 60%. Hold. About 15 seconds of pushing down at 40 to 60%. Coming close to my end. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I lift up towards the ceiling. 4, 3, 2, 1, and let it go. Now, you might say, well, I could just do those any other way. The beauty of this approach is that it works because of your maximal contraction. You're getting down to the deep tissue of the capsule, which is where the limitation of the range of motion. If you have tight hamstrings that will never give up, it's the tight capsule that does that. If we want to change that situation, we have to change how the capsule works. The only way we can do that is with high forces. High forces at the ends of the range of motion. So we have to play with those ends of the range of motion in order to get that. So here's how we would get it for the hip joint.